Carlos is a junior in high school. This is his second session with the counselor. Rapport has been established. He is being referred by the wrestling coach due to having a negative attitude and talking negatively about himself. This counseling session is using the REBT counseling theory. Hello, Carlos. How are you feeling today?
Feeling terrible. I had a wrestling match last night and I lost my match again. I should just quit the team. I'm such a bad wrestler.
What do you mean by again?
I lost my match last week too. I should just quit the team.
You mean because you lost 2 matches, it automatically means you're going to lose your next match?
Well, yes. I am clearly a bad wrestler.
Okay, so losing is not fun. No one likes to lose, but it doesn't mean you're a bad wrestler.
Yeah, I guess not. But all my other teammates won their matches. It made me feel dumb to be the only one who lost. Like I'm a terrible wrestler. I don't feel like I belong on the team anymore.
Yes, losing is unpleasant, and those 2 matches weren't your best. Does that mean that you're a bad wrestler?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
How are you doing before you lost those 2 matches?
We've only had 4 matches so far, but I won my first 2 matches.
Okay, so you started off the season by winning 2 matches in a row, which means you do know how to wrestle. You just happened to lose 2 matches in a row, but that's all it was.
Yeah.
What else are you telling yourself about wrestling?
Well, I just felt terrible after I lost those 2 matches, and I was thinking that if I lose my next match, I'm never going to be able to get a scholarship to college.
Hold on a second, Carlos. Let me stop you right there. What if you do lose your next match? What is the worst thing that could happen? Would it be the end of the world?
No, I guess not. The season just started.
How much longer do you have in the season?
A few more months.
A few more months, which means you still have plenty of matches left. So although losing your next match would be frustrating, you would be okay. The world would not end.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Do you enjoy wrestling?
Yes, actually, I love wrestling. I've been wrestling since my freshman year.
You've been wrestling for 3 years, and it is a sport you love participating in. Does it make sense that you said you were going to quit just a few matches into the season?
No, it really doesn't.
Are you starting to understand what you told yourself about the consequences of losing a few wrestling matches?
Yes, I guess I am. I told myself that if I lost any matches this season, I'm a bad wrestler. That isn't true. Losing some of my matches doesn't automatically mean I'm a bad wrestler. It's also not the end of the world.
Is that correct information to give yourself?
No.
Okay, I feel like you're starting to get it now. Let's look at the other things you've been telling yourself about wrestling. What else did you tell yourself?
Said that if I lost any of my matches, I wouldn't get a wrestling scholarship for college.
Is it a reasonable goal to say you're not going to lose any matches over an entire season?
No, not really.
You've lost before over the last 3 years, right? Have you had success in past seasons?
Yes, I have. I lost a couple of matches last season, but I had a good season overall.
Okay, so you know that losing several matches throughout the course of the season isn't the end of the world. What else have you been telling yourself?
My parents don't really have the money to pay for my college, so I need to get good grades and do well with wrestling in order to have a better chance of getting a scholarship.
How do you think all that pressure affects you?
I think about it all the time, which makes it hard for me to focus.
That is a lot to have to deal with, and all that pressure is leading you to tell yourself negative things.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Have you discussed how you're feeling with your parents?
No, not really. I don't want to bother them with this.
How does it make you feel to keep all of this inside to yourself?
Definitely not great.
Well, of course, junior year is a stressful year. Do you think that all of this stress relates to wrestling at all?
Yeah, it probably does. I guess I hadn't really thought about it that way. I was having a hard time concentrating during my last 2 matches. I think it's affecting my performance.
So, what are the real reasons you lost those 2 matches?
Been under a lot of stress lately. Put more pressure on myself to perform perfectly in wrestling to help me get a scholarship for college. I got so mad about losing that I wasn't thinking straight.
Striving for perfection is unrealistic. Making mistakes, or losing a wrestling match in this case, is normal. You learn from it and you keep going.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, Carlos, we're running out of time for today's session. Before we end, let's go over some of the bad messages you've been telling yourself.
I lost 2 matches in a row and I told myself that I was a bad wrestler, that I should just quit the team, and that I wouldn't get a scholarship to college. I thought losing was the end of the world.
And do you still believe those things about yourself?
No, I don't. I love wrestling, and I'm pretty good at it when I'm focused. It helps to talk about the things that are stressing me out so that I can perform better on the mat.
And what will you tell yourself if you lose your next match?
That it's okay and it's not the end of the world. It doesn't make me a bad wrestler. Plus, there's still plenty of time left in the season to be successful.
Sounds great. All right, I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday and hearing about how your next match goes.
Thanks.